What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to talk about a new toy I just picked up. Couldn't pass it up. I was at the ranch a few weeks ago, fixing to go to bed. Got an email from Grab a Gun. Grab it before it's gone. I was like, okay. And here it is. It's a Hellcat Pro Comp. Got this thing for 499 beans. Not only that, but there is a package that you can get from, or that you could, that had like 2 days left from Springfield. A gear up package that gives you a free red dot, 3 more magazine, and a range bag. So I think people say it takes like 4 or 5 months to get those, so I don't have that with me. But it came with one 15 rounder and one 17 rounder right here. This one is a little extendo a little bit. This one is flush. Fantastic. So first and foremost, I'm going to piss off some people right now and compare this to a P365. So if you appendix carry, meaning, and this is empty obviously, meaning you have this stuff pointed at your junk, a Hellcat, just like a Glock, is not a pre-cocked striker. The reason why you have this mushy trigger is because you're actually pulling back on the striker as you go to pull the trigger. It's not already pre-cocked, which means you can drop this off a plane, it won't go off because there's not enough energy on the spring of the striker. So a lot of people talk a lot of smack about P365, it's so great, the trigger is so much better. Well, yeah, but you're pointing at your junk with a cocked pistol. And the only thing keeping it from going off is basically the internal safeties, whatever it is. And you can go check out a P320 and tell me that you trust those internal safeties. So anyway, enough said about that. Let's just talk about the pistol. So I have the original Hellcat. I wanted to wait until the Hellcat Pro Comp came in FDE. I think it's just a beautiful looking finish. Unfortunately, they are not making the Hellcat Pro Comp in FDE. So I ended up picking this thing up. Now, if you guys have seen some of my other videos, and I deleted a bunch of them, so sorry about that. I'm working on putting them back. I'm a big fan of Holosun, specifically the SCS, the solar charging. And the reason for that, it doesn't have a battery, never needs a battery. So anything else that has a battery, you know, if this is a carry pistol, you know, you're going to want to change the battery once a year, maybe longer, I don't know. Right now, this is a Vortex Defender CCW. They're not known for having extended life batteries, so that's why I like the SCS. So I contacted Holosun and I said, hey, Holosun, you guys need to fix your plate system here because this thing has 4 posts and the Holosun only has 2. So you have to put an adapter plate. By the time you put an adapter plate, it's too tall. It's a pain in the ass. So, with that said, Holosun responded and said, shave the back stuff off your slide. And I looked it up on the internet. Some people are saying that the front ones are a little too tall as well. And I'm like, I am not messing up my slide to potentially get a Holosun on there that may or may not stay zeroed. I didn't trust it. So this one has the full 4 lugs. Defender CCW 3 MOA. This one is the red one. And this is what I put on there for that reason. Not my first choice, but I must say that your regular iron sights are not covered. You can still see that dot. So you can basically use this gun and it's not going to leave you in a pinch. If the battery was to die when you need it the most, you can always use the iron sights. So now, another thing that I wanted to say from a safety standpoint, from a Hellcat, compared to many others, and a lot of people don't realize this, but there's a magazine catch, I don't know what you call it, but basically what happens is to take this gun apart, you basically have to pull the slide back and then you have to turn this tab and then you unlock it. So here's what happens. Some people don't pay attention. They have a magazine left in. They close. You have to pull the trigger to pull the slide off, and boom, it goes off. Never going to happen on a hellcat. With this up, the magazine won't fit. There's a magazine catch in there. If I close this, I can put the magazine all the way in, but now I can't open that anymore. So there's a safety mechanism built into the hellcat disassembly that basically protects you from doing something stupid. Okay? I don't ever hear anybody saying anything about that, but it's a fact. Now, another thing about the hellcat that nobody ever says anything about is the front sight. So this is, I believe, a Meprolite brand, I believe. I have one on my Maverick. And then one thing that you're going to notice, I'll probably take a B-roll and footage to show you. If you were to take this gun, I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, and this front sight, if you were to energize it with a light for a couple of seconds, and I don't know if you can see this in the daylight, but I'll shoot you a picture to see what it looks like. It actually glows, which is really cool because if you have bad eyesight like I do, this is usable at night, the front trinium on the back side, but if you really want to get it to pop, you could actually energize it real quick and they glow in the dark a lot brighter than even the trinium. So you can make that thing really pop in the dark. So anyway, enough bullshit. I have not sighted in this vortex. I basically just lined it up, and I just realized I don't think I brought the tool with me. I think a small screwdriver is going to work. I basically lined up the red dot with my irons. I don't know where this is going to shoot. I've never shot this gun before. It is brand new. You're going to see round number 1 coming out of this thing in a minute. And it's windy again today, so I apologize for that ahead of time. Hopefully you can hear me. Anyway, compensated version, I have the original hellcat. This is a handful. It's a small pistol. It's snappy, okay? I mean, you don't buy this as a range toy. You buy this as a concealed carry that hopefully you never have to use. So you're not going to shoot a bazillion rounds through this all the time. I mean, I've probably have 400 or 500 rounds through here. And by the way, another thing is when I got this one, the trigger sucked compared to my regular hellcat. It's like, Hellcat Pro, it should have been better. Well, it isn't. And I can't show you this. I don't think I have a camera that can show it good enough. But basically, the way the machine, the striker, there was machine marks, like little round machine mark on the striker face. And as the disconnector goes on it, it's kind of rough. So just to understand how this works, when this is racked and ready to go, you have a wall, and there's a really pronounced wall. Okay, you get there. So this right here is basically the trigger bar pushing back on the striker. And then once you get here, the striker starts to move down and out of the way, like right there. And then, whoop. It's not a good test when you're trying to take the gun apart and you still have it set up this way. So that was not a full. All right, so let's do it again. So you have the wall that basically presets your striker, and then the rest of the way, this is actually going down, letting the striker go forward. It was rough. I pulled it out and I put it on flits. I don't know if you've heard of that. Flits, a polishing wheel, and a Dremel, and I polished it until those ridges are still barely visible, but you can't even feel them with your fingernail on it. So it's pretty smooth now. So if I have to compare these two now and preload them, they both go about the same time. I think this one may be just a hair better even. So at least I got it back to where it's at the level of this. Now, is it a good trigger? I would say no. It's probably 5-6 pounds, but you're going to be carrying this against your junk, so I don't want this thing to go off. So I'm going to leave it alone. A lot of people are saying, oh, you know, you're going to get an aftermarket trigger. An aftermarket trigger is not going to fix the wall to the back. The only thing that fixes that is like getting a Macabro kit. And what they do is they give you a weaker striker and another spring in here that basically lowers the pressures that it takes to move the disconnector out of the way. I don't recommend that. This is a carry gun. This is not a range toy. So do what you will. If you want a lighter trigger, great. But as far as I'm concerned, this is going to stay just the way it is, factory. Same thing with this one. On either one, I do a little polishing, but that's about it. I don't modify springs or anything on something I'm going to carry. All right, so light, and I'm shaking today. I had 3 cups of coffee and nothing to eat, so it's going to be a bad day for shooting. I put a TLR 7A, and this is the complete package. And with the extendo magazine, it's a full grip all the way past. With a regular magazine, it's still a full grip. I mean, it feels really good. Just about the same way as my carry gun with the extendo on this one. This is the 13 magazine, you know, the 13 round magazine. This is perfect for the regular hellcat. That's what I carry. I don't ever mess with the regular shorty 10 or 11 rounders. I don't mess with those at all. This is what I carry all the time. Last but not least, this is the best, in my opinion, holster. I have 1, 2, 3 of them, soon to be 4. So I ordered one for this gun with the light, with the optic. This is a Garrett. It is made in Texas. I just looked on their website. I think the guy's mother or something like that passed away, so he's been away a little bit. But basically what this is, he's got a blended Kydex leather, which basically makes your finish on your gun. On a lot of Kydex, it'll start eating up your finish, especially if you have an aftermarket, you know, Cerakote or things like that. You start seeing marks. I have this on my P7. I have this on this. I have this on a couple of other guns, and it is butter smooth. There's no click. Friction lock, adjustable. It's not going to fall off. Perfect retention. It's got a sweat extension here, so when you get it against your body, the entire gun is protected. You know, pretty much fantastic. Garrett. I've got this one ordered for this one. It's expensive. I think these run around $100 for the regular ones, and this one with the optic and all the extra fluff that I wanted, I think it's like $160. So it's not a cheap holster. But in my opinion, you don't even realize you have them on. I love this thing. It's freaking fantastic. So I recommend it. You know, obviously, everything you see on this table, I pay with my own money. I'm not paid to say anything about anybody. I just think they're great, and that's why I'm telling you. All right, enough bullshit. Let's just go shoot. Like I said, I'm a little shaky. The first thing that's going to come out of this, I'm not even going to use the Vortex for now. I'm going to leave it off. I'm going to shoot regular iron sights, and you will see the very first round coming out of this gun. And then I will sight it in today. So I'll get the red dot sighted in, and we play a little bit further than that. But for now, you're going to see the first few rounds out of this. I'm going to basically make sure that it's sighted in, that the irons are good, that I'm not shooting. I may shoot a little bit left. Usually I do. Usually I have to move the sights a little bit to the right. On this one, I actually didn't have to. So we'll see what happens. You're going to see the first rounds coming out of this. I will probably do a comparison. I know this thing kicks. I've been told that this is fairly mild. I guess we're going to find out together. So stand by. See you in a little bit. All right, so here we go. Hopefully you can hear me. What I'm shooting right now, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. This is a Gecko 9mm full metal jacket, 124 grain. That's what I got. So right there is a 21 feet marker. And this is the very first 5 rounds out of this gun. Got a brand new target over there with a little orange sticker. And we're going to give it a shot. I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to find out together. So here we go. It's going to be first impression. Yep, here we go. Now I believe these glasses are either 1.0 or 1.25, I think. There's slight corrections because I can't see my irons anymore. I can see far, but I can't see up close. So I just got these on Amazon to try to sharpen up my eyesight a little bit. And I'm a little shaky, so let's see what happens. Here we go. Whoop. I bumped the red dot on as I was playing around. It's turned on. So I'm turning the red dot off. This is going to be just iron shooting through. And here goes nothing. First shot. Okay, high left. Still left, a little lower. Same hole as the second shot. A little closer to the bull this time. And back to the other one. So, overall, iron sights are shooting a little high. Again, this is 15 feet, a little high left. I can rectify that with the red dot and basically put it on spot on, which is what I'm going to do later. So the recoil is night and day compared to the regular Hellcat. That is really, really, really good. Really light recoil. So let's go check it out real quick. And I'll bring the gun with me so we can compare here a little bit. And here we go. So we're talking, I don't know, maybe under 2 inches for 15 feet. I guess that's not too bad. There's the gun right there. And like you can see my hands, I'm shaking a little bit. So the first 5 rounds are not too bad. This one, I think I pulled it a little right. I think the main group is right there. That's about an inch group. I think that's what I'm going to get to expect out of this. Shoots really good. I mean, that's obviously A-zone no matter what. So I'm going to back this thing up. We're going to do it again one more time. See if my shots spread at all. So here we go. Well, I was a little bit further to the right so we can see the whole thing. And there you go. Now, you'll see in a lot of my videos, this is a one take. I don't slice my videos to make it look good. This is just, you get what you get. So you watch me shoot, and that's basically it. I take a one take. If it sucks, you see it just like I do. It's just an honest review of stuff I buy by myself. I'm not sponsored by anybody, just try to make anybody look good or anything like that. So here we go. Second 5 rounds there. And I'm going to try, let's see. I'm going to try it again. Here we go. Maybe take a little bit more time this time to squeeze. Right along with the rest of them. And it is humid today, so I am sweating. All right, did not stay open. I actually realized my grip was different this time. I had my thumb on the slide stop. And the last one I pulled it a little bit. So let's go check it out. I think for 15 feet, I'm not going to complain. Maybe make that a little bit bigger there. So, still not too bad. I mean, that's the size of my hand in comparison. I'm going to say that's a good enough for a carry pistol. And I'm going I'm going to say I'm pretty happy with that. So I think, like I said, with my eyesight, and sorry, I'm going back on here now and zooming back out. The way my eyesight is, I think I'm going to benefit from a red dot. I think I'll see even better with the red dot. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to put a dot at the bottom, and I'm going to put a dot at the head. I'm going to use the bottom dot to sight it in. I'm going to sight in the red dot, and then I'm going to shoot 5 shots in the head once the red dot is sighted in. So be right back. Stand by. So I have a screwdriver. I took my eyeballs off because I don't need it with the red dot. And I'm going to aim at the bottom right. At the bottom dot with my little screwdriver here. And let's see where the red dot's going to get me. Here we go. Like I said, I lined it up with the regular sight, so it should be close. I don't know how close yet. We're fixing to find out. Woo! It's close. Just needs to go a little bit down, a little bit right. So, got to put my eyeballs for that. So up is this way, so down. And I am shaking like a leaf. A little bit down. And a little bit right. I can't see what I'm doing even with these glasses on. Seem like I'm in the notch, but it's not turning. Oh yeah, there it is. Let's see what that does. Sucks getting old. All right, let's see if this is any closer. Same hole. I'm a little bit left high still. I'm going to do one more. Sun's coming out. Oh, I pulled that one. I pulled it high. All right. Let's go again. And now the target's moving with the wind. Okay, right above the bull. So I think if I got to go down just a hair, I'll be good. It's pretty close. I have one round left, so I'm going to go down, which is... God, I'm shaking. I'm going to try it right there. Here we go. That's probably the last round I have in this magazine. Let's see if it's going to hit in the dot in the orange. And yeah, it hit the orange. Let's go out for a spin. I'll show you what I did. I'm going to say the red dot is fairly sighted in. As you can see, my groups are better with the red dot. So first 2 shots went 1-2. This one I pulled high. Then I rectified a little bit right and low. I'm still a little bit high. I think I still need to go down, but I'm touching the dot. So overall, that's under an inch at 15 feet. I'm going to call it good considering I'm shaking like a leaf anyway. It's probably going to be close enough. Let me zoom back out a little bit. And I'm going to pause the video, reload some rounds, adjust it down just a hair, and shoot at the head. I went ahead and did another 2-3 clicks on the with the screwdriver, bringing this down a little bit more. I'm going to shoot at the head now. I got 5 rounds. This will be the last 5, like I said. I'm shaking pretty bad. Too much coffee and nothing to eat. So it is going to be what it is. So here we go. Again, 15 feet, 5 shot in the head. wrap up the video. Here we go. The recoil on this thing is fantastic. It is nothing compared to the original Hellcat. This Hellcat Pro Comp's got really nice recoil management. I love it. All right, here we go. High. Bullseye. Oh shit, I'm shaky. 2 bullseye in a row. All right, I gotta show you that. That's too good, Justice. I gotta show off, I'm sorry. I shot 3 rounds, the first one sucked. But I'm gonna say, that's 2 shots right there. All right. I'm gonna say that's good. Fellas, there's nothing wrong with the Hellcat. If anybody says the Hellcats don't shoot good, I'm gonna call bullshit right there, because at 15 feet, I just put 2 holes in a hole on a shaky day, so. I can already tell you, I am not selling this pistol. This is going to be probably my carry pistol from now on. The other Hellcat obviously is smaller, so in the summertime I just have the other one. But this one for anything, especially with the light on, yeah, it's just a complete package. Love it. All right, we got 2 more rounds in the head. Let's try not to screw that up. Here we go. And you can hear me breathing. I'm out of shape and I'm old, so all the excuses available. Here we go. Just above the bull. Close. Oh! Boy, I screwed that up. I knew I was shaky, but you guys gonna see for yourself how bad I messed that up. Like I said, I only do 1 takes and I don't bullshit anybody. It is what it is. So that was the 2. This is the one I pulled high. That one was in the neighborhood. I was happy. And this is the last one. I totally jerked it down. That's basically rookie mistake. But anyway, you get the gist. Hellcat Pro Comp. I'm going to say it's everything it's hopped up to be. It's fantastic. I love it. So I see a plate rack staring at me. Yeah, I got 6 more rounds in me. I'm going to load 6 rounds, see if I can get the plate rack from 20 yards. Let's do 20 yards. Be right back. All right, so as promised, I'm going to shoot the plate rack. So here we go. I'm going to show you what we got. We got the plate rack right there. I'm going to step up to 20 yards. And I'm going to shoot from the right side a little bit. Now, you will notice I got eye pro on now. I mean, sunglasses are regular, no magnification type of situation. When you shoot steel, you can't get away like shooting paper into nothing. You have to wear eye pro. That stuff comes back, and a lot of time it comes back in your face. So I've been hit before. Sometimes it hits the barn. I can hear the ricochet and the stuff falling on the roof. So anytime you're going to shoot steel, ear pro, eye pro, go with the full thing. So here we're 20 yards away, and I'm probably still in the frame. There's the 6 plates. I got 10 rounds, I think, so give myself a little leeway if I miss. I don't think I'm gonna. We're gonna find out. So here we go. First plate, dead center. Boom. Yep. It's good. 2, 3. I missed that one. That's why you have extra ammo, because I missed one. I got excited. So big plate in the middle. Yeah, plate on the left. Yeah, plate on the right. Yeah. And I put my thumb on the slide stop again. So a lot of people complain about that slide stop, that it's too far back or whatever. It's pretty small, But when you shoot like this, I mean, it's exactly where your thumb is. So it is what it is. It's just part of. So you can think about putting your thumb up or putting it down. Just don't put it straight to the side. You'll be all right. But I don't really care. You know, 15 rounds, 17 rounds. If it goes click, you do a tactical reload, you're good anyway. So anyway, this is the review on the Hellcat Pro Comp. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. I'm going to say I'm happy with the purchase. I'm happy with the accuracy. I'm just happy, period. I think this is great. I can't wait until the Garrett holster comes in. And see you next time. See ya.